All right, good morning, everybody. 15 foods that will burn fat and absolutely get you shredded. If you have these 15 foods around your house, you will completely change your life and your body. So real quick here, I want to preface this before we get into these foods is always having these foods on hand and available just to make sure that you hit your daily intake of macros. Always having your proteins. So I have my ground beef always available in my fridge. So I can grab that and I can pair it with some vegetables or fruits, whatever, and then also my chicken as well. Always having that available. So on Sundays, I meal prep a bunch of that. It takes me 30 minutes and I'm set till usually Thursday, and then I'll refuel and replenish those. Also having a clean protein powder. I kind of bucked the system on the protein powders, but you know what? We're introducing something new to you guys. We got to make it easier. And protein powders are a great resource as long as you're eating them clean. There's so many dirty ones out there and chemical-based ones. So when you're getting your protein powders, get something that's got less than 5 ingredients in it. And then you can utilize that as a great way to just make some quick shakes that get you protein, fats, and carbs, which we're going to show you how to do that as well. Another one I always have around is dark chocolate. I can add this to anything. It's got fats, it's got proteins. This is so good for your brain. And I do 100% on the dark chocolate, and then I can actually taste the chocolate in it now because I'm so cleaned out. But if you want to do like 90% or 85 as you start out, totally fine with that. And then also always having always having these 5 things around. Olive oil, I can always add this to my meats. I can add this to my shake. And I've got my fats, and it's such a good fat to have. So always having those, I just want to preface that. Now let's get into these foods. These things will transform your body if you are looking for a change. Obviously the chicken, unbelievable source of protein and clean. You've got your ground beef. Salmon is another one, great protein. You get your omega-3 fatty acids, so it's got fats in there as well, phenomenal. You can pair it with almost anything. Eggs, absolutely a must-have around the house as well. You get your proteins and you get your fats from your eggs, and you're just a great source of both of those. And then also your protein powder. Having this around, like I said, I think I'm going to actually be pushing more for using this because it's so much easier to hit your macros when you have those shakes, because you can just throw in a scoop, throw in some carbs, throw in some fats, blend it up, and you're good to go, as long as you're using a clean protein powder. Now down to the fats, always having olive oil. Olive oil is so good for you, and getting a good grade olive oil, I highly recommend that as well. Avocado and avocado oils, having those around as well, especially for cooking. Cook with avocado oil, it's got a higher burn rate. If you're cooking with olive oil, that doesn't have can't handle the heat as well. So you're gonna burn through the olive oil, and it's kind of break through, and it's no longer gonna be a good quality. Dark chocolate, like I said, having that around, so good for your brain. There's so many good things in dark chocolate. Also having a 1 ingredient organic peanut butter around, throwing that into your shakes, throwing that into your meat and chicken. Like peanut butter chicken, I have all the time. Chia seeds are so amazing. I never would have touched chia seeds. Now I add them to my shakes. I can add them to my meal if I'm just throw a couple scoops in there. I've got fats, proteins, and carbs in there, and a ton of fiber. So chia seeds are an unbelievable weapon. They're gonna make you feel full. That's the other thing too. You are gonna feel full all the time when you eat so clean. Now down to the carbs. I've already talked about how important the black beans are, or just beans in general. Having beans on hand for a great carb, and they prevent the sugar spikes because they got great complex carbs and fibers in there. Sweet potatoes, always having those around. So if I want to make a savory dessert, or I can just pair it with chicken as well, or throw some grass-fed butter in there. It's just amazing. But pairing it with some fruits, so raspberries and blueberries together, and some butter and peanut butter, mixing that up, it's unbelievable. And all of these things have so many they're just nutrient packed for your body. So basically what we're doing is we're trading ingredients for nutrients. That's your whole new lifestyle. Then having bananas around as well, I always like, and bananas are phenomenal for your brain, and just a great carb source. I always try to do at least a half a banana. If I go more than that, can be a lot of sugar in bananas, so I'm a little cautious on that. I try to get as ripe as possible, but sometimes when they're sitting on the counter, they do ripen, or unripen, I should say, and sugar can get in there. So I get a little cautious on that, but a great source. And then also broccoli as well. So I always have broccoli around. I can just throw that in with my meats, throw some salt and pepper on there, and I've got a great quick grab meal. These things, if you implement these 15 foods. Now, I know if you count them, there's 16, but I'm counting the raspberries and blueberries as one. If you put these on in your tool belt, you will transform everything, and not just physically. You're gonna get the physical results, but you're gonna get the mental results. Because so many times when we go on diets, all we care about is how we look on the exterior, and we'll suffer on the inside so our body looks good. This, you're gonna get both. You're gonna get the composition, and you're gonna be sharp mentally. You're gonna feel amazing because you're feeding your body, you're not depriving it. So 15 foods, again, oneingredientlife.com. Walk through everything. We're gonna clean you out and get you rocking. Let's have an amazing Tuesday.